Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light. Go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Khalil Mack, of course, the former Raider, there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check.
On second down, Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
On your team. White Monday. Team. Check. Based on travel. Lucky.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Kill. 6-18. 58, boys, 58. Bravo. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You ain't got nothing.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Mike spot 4.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops. On the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. Sliding out of the pocket, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's 3rd down and 12.
To Mike, 58 to Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Express. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I know he ain't got it. Express. 58, boy. 58 to Mike. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Say, put that down. 6 guys. Check.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he locates Luke Wilson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
58 to Mike. Let's go, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the backer, watch the backer. You're mine.
Carr now to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
93. 93. 58. 58 to Mike. Stay with your man. Buzz. 58 to Mike. Hey, here we go. Express.
Now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? At 58 is 29. 29. 58's the mic. 58. Hey, Haywood. They scared. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Squish. One, later one. 58, boys. 58.
To throw his car. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Mike, 58, right there. At 58, it's first. Nice, sweetheart. 36. Express. 58's the mic. Here we go.
Carr going to go on fourth down. Out to the right here to Wilson. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you pumped the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
58's the mic. 637. On the ball. 58's the mic. Hey, Delta. They gonna need some therapy after this. 58, boys. 58. 58's the mic. Watch the screen. Pass.
After the sack on first down, Carr, he'll rifle this one deep right side. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, 30 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Finding Gabriel complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky to Gabriel, middle of the field. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Lock in, lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hey, wahoo! Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, 734. 58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. 58's the Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. On the run. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
180. Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll try the right side here with Davis. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Trubisky spins away. Throw right side caught by Davis. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground now with Davis. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
Hey, 18.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
First down, a run with Cohen. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second and 9, Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
Check, 59. Express. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike 5'9", Mike.
Throwing again. Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, pick your game up. 58, right over there. Yeah. Hey, Echo. Coming to you. Hey, 58 is a Mike.
Carr now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd picks up his second sack of the afternoon. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20.
694. 58, Mike. Tighten up. Hey, Charlie. Pull it together. 58, right? Express. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Coming for you. And 58 is a Mike. Go.
Carr.
Big stop.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
58. Express. 58.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
To throw, it's Carr. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Hey, Raider 2. Go.
58, right over there.
Express.
58, right there.
Stop your whining.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike. Go.
6-18.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bilal Nichols and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On first down, Trubisky. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And Robinson with a big catch. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Davis, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. In the backfield, standing alone here on second and goal is Davis. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And he's got Miller.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
A first down carry for Davis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Trubisky. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Express. 29. 29.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, exit.
I smell fear in that offense.
Back to throw, Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
58, come on.
Raider 1.
Come on. Watch the slants. Watch the slant. 58, boys, 58.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Heavy.
Here I come.
Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, 734. 808.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Now watch one.
Now Carr. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Trubisky to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky, connecting with Burton here over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Draw play, Cohen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Again, it's Cohen. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Curtis Riley. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one. And to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Monday, down. 180.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Man open left side is Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
637. Easy. Kill. Hey, zoom.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
Now Carr. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Here's Carr to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Running is Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Tyrone Crawford on the stop.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. We got 4. We got 4.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And down he'll go at the 25.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on.
Carr going to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hey, 734. Express.
I got motion man. Me. I got this.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Let's go.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Down. 280.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Monday, down. 180.
54 Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Wilson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 27, Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Keeps him, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 24, Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now Austin. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And now this pass brought in by Brown, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Carr now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, 63 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen off it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Bravo! Express!
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On second and a yard, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Kill.
Prescott from the gun. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Raiders, Dwayne Harris. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the 39, Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Prescott finding Witten, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. This is Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down and 4. Prescott flushed out right. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Kyle Wilbur there to make the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Jalen Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Right Monday, down. Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Express.
All day, baby, all day.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got it. Mike's 5-4.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove down...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Hey, check right, check right. Watching your 5. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
694.
55, Mike 50.
Hey, Delta.
Eat. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike 55, Mike 55. I got it.
On first down, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
That's it, baby.
Just out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
93.
Check 50.
Express.
Check 55 to Mike. No chance. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Smith.
I'm coming for you.
You wait.
Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Hey, wahoo.
Check right. Watching your 5.
Now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Rush in.
Here we go, 47.
Mike 54. Watch the run. You got tight. You got tight right there. Look, 64. Wait.
Here we go, going to 54. Why here?
Hey, watch that.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Here's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game.
And the Raiders have got him.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coach, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20. 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Carr now on 1st down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarter.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by George Iloka. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Prescott to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Carr going to look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Austin. Good move at the 30. A second nice move. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Let's go. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. White.
Carr to throw. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.